Hello, and welcome to Haddonfield. I'm Nick Lathan.
And I'm Peyton Lynch.
And we're at the end game, everybody. This is the second to last episode, and we're covering Halloween, parentheses, 2018, close parentheses.
Yeah.
And Peyton, you've seen it 3 times.
Yes, I have. I saw it 3 times. Not on purpose, on accident.
Tell me the story about how you've seen it 3 times.
I did see it 2 times on purpose. So I went with you on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And then I had also promised my friend Taylor that I would see it with her as soon as it came out. Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Shout out to you, Taylor Swift.
Shout out to you, Taylor Swift. Thank you for coming out as liberal, finally. Wow, that took a long time, and I'm sure it took a lot of bravery, so wow, thank you.
Speed past this.
My friend Taylor Brown, she's also obsessed with horror movies, and in particular, she loves Halloween. So we both said that we would see it together. So I was like, I'll see it the night right after, because I want to see it multiple times, so I remember it for the podcast. And then our friend Steven, who guested on episode 3, or the Halloween 3 episode, he was like, I thought you guys were going to go see it with me. So then we saw it again the next day.
Wait, me and you, or you and Taylor?
Me and Taylor.
Okay, I was about to say, we made no deals on the podcast.
Nick was like, I didn't say anything about seeing it with
Steven, if you're listening, we made no deals. No, we saw it with our good buddy Rich Camelucci, who I guess it on
the first movie episode.
And then Miles, who was supposed to guest an episode, but he had to do a play, so he dropped out.
Yeah, and Miles hadn't seen any of them except the first one.
Yeah, I made him.
Because you told him to, yeah.
Yeah, and then afterwards, he was like, I'm glad I watched the first one.
Yeah, for sure. I think you could follow if you hadn't seen the first one. They do a pretty good job of recapping.
Yeah,
they do in most Halloween movies.
Yeah, his review of the first one, he was like, it didn't really scare me.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
Well, he said
he didn't say he didn't like it. He just wasn't scared.
He thought it was going to be more bloody or whatever. And I was like, no. Just people that just think it is because of their brains. Yeah. So, if you haven't seen the movie, shut the podcast off now.
Because we're going to spoil it.
Pause it and then go see the movie. Come back. Make sure you pause it and, I don't know, leave your car running.
Leave your car running.
With it paused and then come back. But we're going to get into spoiler territory.
Sure. Are you going to do the drive-in
I'm
totals?
not going to. Okay. The only thing I have written down is 19 dead bodies, teeth roll, finger roll, and head roll. I don't have any. I couldn't.
Nice.
There was so much shit that happened in the movie.
Yeah, there's too much. Probably mannequin roll.
Yeah. There's an episode of the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs on that's on Shudder right now.
Yeah,
so if you sign up
he just did that, right?
Yeah, back in July. But he does Tourist Trap, and that movie has a lot of mannequins.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of mannequin talk about that movie. So if you're into mannequins, go see that. Oh, man.
I love Mannequin, the movies. So.
I've only seen Mannequin 2 on the run.
I know. Nick has famously only seen Mannequin 2 on the move, not on the run.
I'm going to make a third one on the run.
On the run.
The only person's coming back is Hollywood.
Yes.
Hollywood is the through line through all the mannequin
I want to play
movies.
The Mannequin. It should be a gay love story this time.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, and Hollywood is openly gay, not just obviously gay.
What else was the guy who played Listener?
Hollywood. He's in the TV show Designing Women.
Designing Women, yeah.
Yeah, he's like the mail delivery guy.
By the way, listener, this is a free episode, so if you're listening to this, go back to the previous ones. But this is the kind of shit we do on this podcast. So I want to have a Designing Women reunion in the third.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to have Annie Potts.
It's a Designing Women mannequin crossover.
Yes. We gotta have Annie Potts. We gotta have Delta Burke. And that's it. That's the only 2 people who.
Jane Smart is one of the women on there.
Jane Smart was in Mannequin. Yeah, she was in Mannequin. No,
she's in Designing Women. She's like a dumb blonde on it.
What's funny about Mannequin is that my mom watched it all the time. Not Mannequin, Designing Women. My mom watched it all the time, and my dad, for some reason, liked that sitcom.
It's good. It's really good.
She was like, I don't know why he likes it.
I have the first 2 seasons on DVD.
We should watch them. We should do a sequel podcast of this.
Designing Women.
We just watched Designing Women. Here we go. Who else is in Designing Women? Here we go. 163 episodes.
Who plays Julia Sugarbaker? That's the lead character.
That is Dixie Carter.
Dixie Carter, that's right. I think she may have passed away.
Oh, man. Yeah, Gene Smart was in it.
Yeah.
And Jan Hooks. I forgot Jan Hooks was in it. I was actually thinking about designing women the other day. I'm glad you brought that up. Anyway, should we talk about the movie that we're supposed to talk about?
Give the people what they didn't pay for this episode.
Yes, give the people what they didn't pay for, but then can go back and listen to if you go to patreon.com/arcadeaudio. Subscribe. Listen, this is what you do, people. Subscribe. Pay the $5.
Subscribe.
Download every episode.
Yes.
And then cancel your subscription.
Yeah, binge it. Yeah, listen to it and then cancel your subscription.
Or stay on and you can listen to other stuff.
Yeah.
We got Dilettante Ball Z. We got Married with Movies does their award show thing. I don't know what stuff we do. There's been some Riverside Falls stuff.
Yeah,
on there
there's like behind the scenes.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we've done.
I think that
we might do more wrestling.
I think Heels and Heels does some stuff too.
Yes, they have something called High Heels.
Yeah,
which I'm against because I don't condone marijuana smokage. I don't take weed.
I don't take weed.
I don't take it. I don't take it.
You don't take the weed pill.
I was on. We live in Chicago, Illinois. I was on Facebook today, or it was something, and it was on YouTube. And there's an ad for what's his name, JB, whatever his name is, running for governor.
I don't know.
But he was
JP Pritzker or JB Pritzker.
I don't know. He's like he owns a hotel. Anyway,
his family owns a lot of stuff. The Pritzker family. They're really rich.
Rich dude running for governor. But he's like, we're going to legalize marijuana. And I went, I'm moving away from this state.
This sin city.
I'm moving back to the South. Man. What's wrong with the beer we got?
Yeah, let's talk about the movie.
I don't even. What do you want to talk about? What are you most stoked about? I'm most stoked about Toby Huss.
Yeah,
Toby Huss was my favorite part of this movie.
He plays
Ray.
Laurie's son-in-law.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna go ahead and point out the similarities because the three dudes who wrote this also wrote Vice Principals.
Yeah. I never seen it, but you said there were a lot of similarities.
Yeah, Ray is a character in Vice Principals, but he's played by Shea Wiggum.
Oh, nice.
It's just
same character, same name, same character.
Just same name.
Yeah.
But I would like to have...
Vice Principals is in the Halloween universe.
Yeah, Vice Principals... Halloween is just a remake of Vice Principals, which you should check out Vice Principals on HBO. But, like, Laurie fortifying her house, Vice Principals did that first.
Yeah.
Danny McBride did that to hilarious effect. His booby traps did not work.
Yeah.
Hers did, though.
Hers did work, yeah.
What else? The name Ray...
Something that I noticed on the third viewing of the movie was that the character Ray, when we first meet him, he's setting up traps under the sink in their kitchen, and then later on, Laurie's trap is set under the kitchen island.
That's a nice parallel.
Yeah.
There was something else I noticed like that too while watching it. Crap.
They give like a lot of hints to like things that are coming up.
Yeah. Grandmother.
And past movies. They say grandmother throughout the whole movie.
That's my main fucking note. But yeah, Toby Huss was awesome. I think Toby Huss should be in everything. I think you put Toby Huss in anything and it's amazing.
I've never seen him in anything, but you said he does a lot of voice work and stuff.
Well, he was on King of the Hill.
Yeah. I do like King of the Hill.
I think he played Cotton in King of the Hill.
Okay.
That's Hank Hill's dad. And then he was Halt and Catch Fire. He's also in another horror movie called The Invitation. But
I haven't seen that.
It's really good. You should check it out. He's not like a main person. He's just like, there's a DVD that they watch, and he's like the host of the DVD or whatever. As himself. No, that'd be amazing if he was, though. You should check out The Invitation. And listener, you should check out The Invitation, too, if you haven't watched it.
I do like him. I think his character's very... like, it's not what you would expect from your typical horror movie dad. He has, like, a full, rounded personality, and...
I think everybody in this movie does.
Yeah, my friend Steven, when he saw the movie, he was like, I really liked how they set it up because, like, you didn't really know how long anybody was going to be on screen because every character was so fully rounded and, like, they had a personality.
Yeah, when they actually die, you give a shit about them.
Yeah. One of the characters that I really loved was the little dancer boy who Taylor calls Billy Elliot. Because it was like the first time that I really felt like seen in a Halloween or even a scary movie almost. From like this character who we probably wouldn't have seen in any of the older movies at all. Like, that wouldn't have even been a blimp on their radar.
Well, he's the first person that
we see killed on screen, I think.
Well, the first person that, like, first child that Michael Myers has killed that I can think of.
Yeah. And that sort of sets the expectation of, like, we don't really know to what degree he's going to go in killing people.
Because he was trying to kill Jamie. He never actually...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
He tried to kill Jamie, then
But this is a different timeline.
Yeah, and then he tried to kill...
Jamie's friend. What's his name? Jimmy or something?
Pirate boy.
Yeah.
Tries to kill him, doesn't succeed. This is the first kid he actually succeeds in killing.
Yeah, succeeds in the killing, yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Ooh, boy. Something... go ahead.
That part pisses me off because...
That he kills him?
He kills him because... So the kid's, like, trying to drive away in the Bronco.
Yeah.
Michael should have just pulled an O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, he should have just rode in the back.
Should have just rode in the back and then...
Yeah, and then on the freeway got out when the kid got out.
No, he should have been on the freeway for hours.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid could have been his AC.
Exactly.
And then, the kid's on the phone, like, Michael's on the phone, and then Michael grabs it, it's crying.
And he's crying.
He's holding a picture of his kids.
Michael's kids that he fathered.
It's just
from the asylum,
and it's all just kids in white masks. Yeah. That's all it is. Oh my god!
It's all Michael masks, but like there's a couple girls that have pink bows on top of their masks, so
one's
you know
got
that they're girls. Yeah,
one's got pigtails and that shitty ass mask. Oh man! Now we need to do the crossover of Halloween and the People versus O.J. Simpson. That's what we need to do right now. Don't steal our ideas. If you work if you're an executive at a production company, don't steal these ideas, okay? Because they're too good.
Something I was really interested in talking about that really stuck with me in the movie is sort of the dialogue about how we as a society are so interested in serial killers and like wanting to know why they do what they do, and sort of, there's a lot of characters like the doctor and the podcasters that are like want to know what's going on in Michael's mind, and like to the extent that they want to sort of push the victims and like take advantage of like Laurie in a way just so that they can get satisfaction out of like what they're learning about Michael.
Yeah, that's such a big thing now. Is like true crime podcasts. So that's
so it's an interesting commentary.
Yeah.
It even makes me think about like Rob Zombie's Halloween, because that one is like all about like finding out why Michael's doing what he's doing, and this movie has a very strong stance of like he's like fucked up, like why do we care, like why he did what he did, except that he's just evil and bad.
That's like Laurie Strode in the movie. He's like, yeah, he's a bad guy. We don't what? No, nobody wants to know anything about this.
Another thing that's funny is that she has that line to the doctor and she's like, oh, you're the new Loomis. But really, I feel like Laurie's the new Loomis because she's the one that's like actively hunting Michael. And she's the one that's like, I believe in evil. I believe in the boogeyman.
Yeah, that new Loomis line, that was
so funny.
That's a good joke because, he is.
Yeah. He's even got like, he's like doing a Loomis impression with his voice. I don't know if that's the actor's real voice, but...
I'm Dr. Sartain.
Dr. Sartain.
I was thinking about Dr. Sartain the other day, because in these movies we always ask, at this podcast we always ask, why are they transporting him so close to Halloween?
Yeah, it's always on Halloween or
and
so close
Sartain,
to Halloween.
I think, is the reason, because Sartain wanted to know...
Wanted to break him out at Halloween.
Yeah, wanted to see. Yeah.
I think Sartain's the one that crashes the bus.
I think that's what they alluded to, too. Because you notice he's the only one that's unscathed until Billy Elliot shoots him.
Yeah.
Billy Elliot ate...
Elliot. I think the dad calls him Stumpy, which is, like, funny to me.
Yeah. We often think that Haddonfield is in central Illinois, but this is clearly southern Illinois.
Yeah, especially the way the dad talks about Allison's boyfriend. He's like, he's gonna get you pregnant, and then you're gonna have to clean his guns and raise his kids and clean his guns.
And just having Toby Huss in it, like Toby Huss with his southern accent. Man, Toby. The two actors I love seeing in movies the most: Toby Huss and Stephen Root. I love them. Anyway, I could talk about Toby Huss all day. That's why I'm doing a sequel podcast called Talking Huss.
Talking Huss.
So stupid.
These ideas are golden.
Oh, don't steal them, people. Don't steal them.
I loved the return to the pumpkin credits.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
We were talking about that afterwards because I was like, how did they shoot that? Did they do like...
I think they did a time lapse, probably.
Did they just have it sitting there for a long-ass time?
I think... I mean, they could have put it under a heat lamp or something, but I think they probably did have it under a long time because at the beginning of it, you can see mold on the pumpkin, and probably mold wouldn't grow that fast.
Yeah.
So I guess they did do it for a long ass time.
We should have paid attention to the credits.
Yeah.
And see who the pumpkin crew was.
Look up the pumpkin crew. I do like how the face on the pumpkin is like carved the same way as the first movie too, where the nose is connected to the mouth.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I was pumpkin carving last Saturday. Tried to make that pumpkin, screwed up and did the slit in the nose too early, and it caved in like.
Oh no!
It fucked up the mouth,
so
it just looks like somebody pumpkin who just got curb stomped. That's all it looks like.
Oh no!
Very fucked.
Just like Dr. Bartain or whatever his name is.
Dr. Sartain. He got rock stomped.
He got rock stomped.
Dude, that shit.
That was so cool, that effect though.
It was a good one. You know what his head looked like? It looked like they were smashing a pumpkin.
Yeah, it looked like a pumpkin or a watermelon or something.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I said watermelon. Why? I didn't say pumpkin.
Oh, before I said that, it looked like a pumpkin. Oh. What was another things that I wrote down? Oh yeah. God, I'm just so stoked about this movie. That, like, what are some stuff you notice in your other goes?
I noticed, I finally like counted I tried to follow how many times it passed the Bechdel test. It definitely passes at least 5 times, which is more than any of the movies have ever passed.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, some things that I caught. I mean, I caught this the first time, but the moment when Laurie comes into the restaurant and she has that breakdown, we hear like a creeping version of Laurie's theme, which I thought was a really nice subtle touch. There were
what restaurant do you think they were eating at?
I feel like it's an Applebee's, but it's too fancy to be an Applebee's.
It was kind of it had the table layout of an IHOP.
Yeah. It's like a nicer restaurant though. I don't know.
It's a nice IHOP.
Yeah.
It had to have been a chain restaurant. It had
to be a chain restaurant.
I'm sure. No, you know it's a nicer Applebee's.
What?
Ruby Tuesdays. They try to get nicer on us. One time I went to a Ruby Tuesdays and I felt like I should have been wearing. I was wearing a T-shirt. And I feel like
you should be wearing tux.
I feel like I should be wearing a suit. Like all the servers were wearing like these nice black button-up shirts, black pants.
Well, Ruby Tuesdays is the one that has like the buffet or whatever, isn't it?
They had the salad bar.
They have a salad bar, okay.
I don't know if they got rid of that.
I remember they used to have like pudding there, and I would grab pudding all the time.
You sure you're not thinking of Ryan's? Or a Quincy's?
I never had a Ryan's.
Oh, okay.
Where I was growing up.
That is a chain in the South, apparently. It is disgusting. But they have 5 pounds of pudding, so if you want 5 pounds of pudding, go to Ryan. Maybe they ate at Ryan's.
Oh, something else I caught on the second watch was that when Michael kills Oscar, you can hear his head being like falling into the gate spoke and like hear it squish.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A note about Oscar getting killed. First of all, deserved it.
Deserved it for sure. I was scared the first scene where we saw that he was like comforting her, because I was like, oh, they're gonna like get together and that's gonna be like weird. But then I'm glad that they like made it that she was like, no, you're gross, get away from me.
Yeah, he was a creep.
Yeah, he was a creep.
Reminds me of Joe Bob.
I really like the actor though. He stole every scene he was in. And he was great. Really good.
Yeah, Joe Bob Briggs. I was watching Halloween 2 Monster Vision. Joe Bob Briggs said, "Horror movie rule number 8: fat guy always got to die." Fat guy dies, and this movie obeyed horror movie rule number 8. Also, no capes.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Oh, yeah, because the cape got caught on the spokes.
What does Edna Mode say in The Incredibles? No capes.
No capes.
And guess what, Oscar? You broke that fucking rule, and it killed him.
It killed him.
So no capes, everybody.
It also follows the classic Halloween theme of like all the men in Halloween are gross and jerks and like awful.
That reminds me, a majority of the people who get killed in this movie are men.
Are men, which is really nice because that's different from most Halloween movies.
I think it's 3 women that die?
Yeah, the Mrs. Elrod, the lady next door from the Elrods,
and then
Vicky.
Four women that die.
Vicky, who's the fourth woman?
The podcast woman.
Oh, the podcast woman dies, yeah. Dana.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I also noticed, and you probably saw this the first time, but I noticed how much we see Michael in the background during the gas station scene.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see him pull up in the trucker's car. You see him walk into the garage. I did see him the first time killing the guy in the garage.
When he pulls up in the Bronco?
Yeah.
With no AC? I'm not talking about air conditioning. God damn it, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I have to talk about the O.J. Simpson. It's like a nervous tick.
Yeah. A lot of nods to the previous movies.
That one was a really similar nod to Halloween 4.
Yeah, because that's what he does in Halloween 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kills the guy and gets his thing. I also loved that not all the deaths happened on screen. It went back to that, like, old-fashioned thing where, like, people could get killed off screen, and then we see them later on, which was really cool.
Yeah, I
love that with the boyfriend, because the boyfriend's death is so gruesome, and it's like, it still gets you even though you didn't see how it happened.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the old dude's, which, by the way...
face, like, pulled apart or smashed into the desk, whatever he did to him.
I don't know if you noticed, but I laughed when I saw that.
Yeah.
Because it made me think of Pineapple Express.
Oh, I haven't seen that either.
Which Craig Robinson says to the guy, he's like, I once seen you rip a man's jawbone off. I seen it. And, of course, Danny McBride is in that movie, so that's what... I mean, I spent this movie connecting this stuff to other stuff that these guys have made.
You're like the meme of the guy from Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the corkboard behind him and all the string.
Oh, with Charlie?
Yeah.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the caretaker, the graveyard keeper or whatever, she's in Vice Principals.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to think who else was, like, the sheriff, he was in Eastbound and Down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what other, because they have, like, a group that they always use in all their stuff.
Yeah. The one thing I did notice, especially going the second time and the third time, was that this movie is like a very white movie. Like, all the main characters are white. Only the kid I really love is a little black kid. That's nice.
Julian.
Yeah, Julian. And then, like, the sheriff is black. And then there's the caretaker is a black woman. And then there's it's like 3 black people and then everybody else is white. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, like, a majority of the people you're dealing with is Laurie's family.
Yeah. And I do understand that part of it, but, like, I felt like maybe her friends could have been, like, her boyfriend, her friends. They were all white, too. Her
boyfriend was a reference to... Her boyfriend's dad was one of the bullies that was messing with Tommy Doyle in the original one.
Oh, interesting. I didn't catch that name, I guess.
Cameron Elam or whatever?
Cameron was the boyfriend's name, yeah.
Yeah, Elam, I think it was his last name. Yeah. It was like one of them, Elam.
Yeah, they said his dad's name a couple times, but I can't remember what it was, because the dad smoked peyote with him in high school.
Yeah. Toby Huss, dude. God, I love Toby Huss. Also,
when I saw it with Taylor, and she kisses her boyfriend for the first time, she was like, they look like twins. She was like, they look so similar, and I was like, you're true. That's true.
That's funny. Oh, yeah, real quick, I want to comment on, God, what's his name? Was it Dan? Vicky's boyfriend? What was his name? Dave.
Yeah.
He had a butt cut.
What's a butt cut?
It's like when a cut that's like parted down the middle.
Oh, middle part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a butt cut.
I didn't notice.
It's a totally...
That guy's so weird, but he's funny.
Very 90s haircut.
Yeah, he was in Blockers, and he also played a weird guy.
Blockers.
Blockers.
That's what the advertisement for Blockers always said. Blockers.
It's so funny to me that the real title of the movie is Cock Blockers, but they can't say that.
Yeah, so they just call it Blockers.
They just call it Blockers, and you're like, what is that?
And there's a rooster on the poster.
Yeah.
Good God.
I also like that there's like no female nudity in the movie.
Well, the
only one is the reference, is the footage from the first movie, yeah.
Which I'm glad, it's cool how they incorporated all that. All the callbacks, how they incorporated all that stuff is very cool to me.
Yeah. One of my 2 favorites are her seeing Laurie outside the window when they're talking about fate again in class, and then who the teacher is PJ Souls, as we saw in the credits, and then totally. of course her falling totally. Of course, her Michael pushing her over the balcony, and then her body disappearing when he looks back. Yeah, that was such a great moment.
And then you got the mask from Halloween 3.
Mask from Halloween 3. We have the hanging laundry, which is like, who hangs their laundry anymore, especially during the fall.
very humid
Yeah.
fall. My grandmother always did that. My mom was like, why does she do it? It's so humid outside.
What else? There were a lot of references to kills from previous movies, like the head stomp. The bathroom kill is very similar to the bathroom scare in H2O.
Yeah. And Big Joe Grizzly.
Big Joe Grizzly too.
A Big Joe Grizzly bitch.
Bitch.
God.
What was I gonna say?
Dr. Sartain really felt like kind of a connection to
the Thorn.
The Cult of Thorn.
Yeah, he really did. That's exactly what I thought when he turned around and killed the cop. I was like, oh my god, he's in the Cult of Thorn.
He's gonna pull up. He's gonna pull up his sleeve. He's got the Thorn tattoo. Paul Rudd pops up. Hey guys.
That was a really great moment of like tension when he puts Michael in the back seat with Allison. That was like really anxious moment.
The most tense part of this movie to me was when Laurie's going through the house with the gun.
Yes. In the room with the mannequin.
Yeah, and she's checking every freaking room.
Yeah.
God.
It's so scary. Yeah.
The tension.
Ugh.
The suspense.
Yeah, the suspense. Oh, I know. I also do want to mention that when early on in the movie, when Laurie's practicing at the gun range, one of the mannequins has a wig on it for some reason, and she shoots the wig off.
That's just to show the audience how good she is.
Yeah, that's just to show the audience how good she is.
Well, there was a scene that was deleted. I don't know if you knew about this, but it's her just shooting hats off of top hats off of. She put some apples up.
She put some apples up, yeah.
Put some apples on top of the head. She did some. That crossbow that was in the background that nobody fucking used.
I know, it would have been so great.
Chekhov's crossbow. Listen, listener, if you introduce a crossbow into a movie, I'm hitting the microphone, I know. If you introduce a crossbow into a movie, you better fucking use that crossbow. Same with glass tables. Somebody's got to go through it. Those are my 2 movie rules. If there's a glass table in a scene, somebody's got to go through it at some point. And if a crossbow is introduced, it has to be used. That's all I'm saying. I'm getting off my soapbox.
I thought of some other references. So there's the really big Mrs. Elrod reference with the ham and the knife.
And then he says Mr. Then Oscar says Mr. Elrod later on.
When he mistakes him for Michael.
Dude, that motion sensor part.
So cool.
That was so good.
As soon as she said it was a motion sensor, I was like, oh, he's going to get killed during the motion sensor when he's in the dark.
So and you noticed that it didn't turn on when Michael moved.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
It was so good. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
He's a smooth criminal.
Yeah. Could you imagine if Michael? Yeah, that's what Michael. Whenever he's like, he's like, dun 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 dun.
It's like every time he stabs somebody, that's going on through his head.
Well, there's a deleted ending where Michael turns into a spaceship and flies away, and they go, "Bye, Michael," just like at the end of Moonwalker.
Oh, I thought it was like E.T. at the end of E.T.
No. Have you not seen Moonwalker?
No, I haven't.
Dude, I have watched it.
Is Michael Jackson in it?
It's a Michael Jackson movie. It is an hour and a half. It used to come on VH1 all the time, and I watched it every time it came on. I was a big Michael Jackson fan as a kid.
Is it sci-fi? Like, what's the genre?
Dude, it's fucking weird. Joe Pesci's the villain. It's just a bunch of music videos put together through a story.
Yeah.
But the main thing is Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
And it goes from like a 1930s gangster thing, and then it goes into this sci-fi thing where Michael Jackson turns into this giant robot and fights Joe Pesci and his goons. But there's orphan kids there for some reason.
Of course there is.
And then Michael Jackson transforms into a spaceship once Joe Pesci is defeated and flies away. And all the kids go, "Bye, Michael."
It's like in Rocky, what is it, 5 or 6, where there's like the kids street fighting or whatever in Rocky. Yeah, they're all orphans.
Was Rocky 5 the one when he had a robot for some reason?
Does he have a robot in one of them?
I think he does have a robot in Rocky 5.
Like, because he's so rich?
Yeah, he just has a fucking robot.
I don't remember. There's the reference to, like, the cop hitting Michael with the car is kind of like Ben Tramer getting hit. Or even Rachel hitting Michael in Halloween 4.
Oh, by the way...
Halloween 4 is birthday, right?
Oh yeah, that is today. The day we're recording this.
Today we're recording, but not tomorrow when it releases.
We're recording this the day before it comes out, which is tomorrow, which is Monday. Today's Sunday. What is tomorrow? The 22nd? Anyway, I was about to say Will Patton, who I think should be in every movie ever as well. He's my main dude in Armageddon. He plays Chick. What else is he in? He's in After Hours.
Yeah.
With Griffin Dunn. It's a Martin Scorsese movie. Check out After Hours, everybody. Check out my new Will Patton. But I was pissed off the way he died.
Which cop was he?
He was the main guy. The main cop.
Oh, yeah. He was good.
He was good.
Yeah. I was pissed that he died that way, too. It was, like, so sudden. And
I was like, if you're going to get killed, you got to get killed by Michael.
By Michael, yeah.
Not some...
It sucks.
Not some
poser.
Not some mustachioed but bullshit.
When he shows up in the window with Michael's mask, like, it's almost like a humorous moment because he's so short.
Wearing his mask?
Yeah, he looks like if Danny DeVito from Always Sunny with Philadelphia put the Michael mask on. Shout out to Danny DeVito in the beginning as the penguin.
Thank you for stealing my joke.
You're welcome. That was Nick's joke when we first saw the movie.
I was like, we saw the movie and I was like, did anybody notice the penguin? There's a guy in the square who was dressed just like the penguin.
With his umbrella.
He had a white umbrella. He had the scraggly skullet. Oh my God. Such a good, oh man. But yeah, I was hoping that Sartain would wear that mask the rest of the fucking movie. Yeah, that pissed me off, the whole Sartain thing.
Yeah.
Which I think it was supposed to.
Like the twist and everything?
Well, the twist was good.
Yeah,
but just him being that guy. And,
yeah. I also wrote about, like, I also was thinking about how Judy Greer lies in this movie, and I'm like, she lies the same way in every movie. Like, whenever she lies to her, it's like the same way she lies in, like, 13 going on 30. I'm like, Judy Greer only lies in one way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe she doesn't want to lie.
She doesn't want to. So she makes it super obvious.
Oh, man.
I think her character is a therapist, but it's not really talked about. I'm wondering if that's like because she says something early on in the movie about changing one of her appointments so that she can go to Allison's honor society ceremony.
Well, I took that as she's in therapy.
Oh, that's probably right.
Yeah, just because, I mean, why wouldn't you be if you had to go through all that stuff? And a lot
of her dialogue is like, I'm overcoming the paranoia that you instilled in me and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's true.
One of the funniest reveals of that movie is when they cut to her and she's wearing a fucking Christmas sweater. I
love that part. She's like, she has a mug too, and I'm imagining that she's like drinking hot cocoa.
Yeah. This is easily the funniest Halloween movie, for sure.
For sure.
With Julian clipping his toenails.
If you were another babysitter, you'd be reading me a bedtime story. I wouldn't be sitting here clipping my dirty ass toenails.
Good God, that kid was great.
He's so funny.
Yeah, why is not everybody talking about this kid?
I know, he's amazing.
Like, I got on Twitter and everybody was talking about how great the movie was. Nobody's talking about this kid.
I don't understand it all. Also, on the third watch of the movie, I noticed that he has like a baby picture on the refrigerator. He's very cute baby.
I like to imagine, or I was about to say, I like to imagine he just lives alone and like he has to...
And there's just like every girl in the neighborhood takes a turn like babysitting him.
But yeah, because obviously the doctor and nurse that are like leaving the house, those are his parents earlier in the movie.
Oh, hey, that's a good catch.
Yeah,
that's a really good catch. I didn't notice that.
You know, it's another catch.
And I saw the movie 3 times.
Another catch that I don't think people noticed was like earlier in the movie you see the wind chimes.
Yes.
And then later on, whenever Ray's out there investigating, if you look up at the wind chimes, they even include a sound effect. They're shorter. Because Michael broke the wind chimes, and that's what he kills.
Oh, that's what he killed him with.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Yeah. I didn't realize it was the wind chimes. That's a really good catch.
I'm trying to think of another little tidbit I noticed in the one time that I watched this movie. I soaked it all in, dude. Yeah. I was all there.
Yeah. They're we don't see the real Myers house, but they do have the dollhouse that looks like the Myers house.
Which they originally reshot the ending of the movie
in the Myers house.
They I'm talking about they reshot the end of the first movie.
Oh,
there was because they built the Myers house and everything, and they were going to retcon and have and have deputies come and arrest Michael.
Oh yeah.
But they decided just to get rid of that.
Yeah, and so, it probably took up too much time.
Yeah, and so the set, because. I don't know if they shot it or whatever. I remember I watched something today where David Gordon Green, they asked him how long the movie was, and he said originally it was 2 hours and 15, but they cut out 30 minutes.
I would be interested to see like a director's or an extended cut of this, Especially, I mean...
This is the director's cut.
Okay. Well,
it'd be an extended
cut.
Bullshit making more money cut. That's what it would be called.
Well, I would be interested to see it just because some of the character beats are like a little fast. Like Karen's sort of journey happens like really quickly. Like we don't get to see a lot of that side. So I'd be interested to see in like what the extra footage was that they cut out.
Yeah. I mean, this movie made you care about the characters.
For sure. And that's like above and beyond like most of the sequels.
Well, out of like watching all these, piece of dust just flew off. But what was I going to say? After watching all these movies, the best ones are the ones where we care about the people.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I really appreciate that. Yeah, almost all the people that you see die in this movie, not all of them, but most of them are people that we've gotten to know and like care about to some extent.
Yeah. Except for that short montage of Michael was like, all right, time to get...
Yeah, killing Miss Allrod.
Let me get some practice.
Oh, that's another reference, the kids running into him with a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were holding trick-or-treat bags.
Yeah, but the one kid is, like a pumpkin bucket.
I smell what you're stepping in, and I get it. But I like that they were like, all right, let's have Michael kill a few people just to get it out of the way. So they had the quote-unquote Mrs. Elrod.
Yeah.
And then you had the babysitter.
Yeah, and the neighbor lady. I don't know who she is.
Well, I was thinking
you were thinking of Vicky, the babysitter.
Well, I was thinking of her. That's who I was thinking of. The neighbor lady.
Yeah, I don't think she's a babysitter. She's older.
Well, I just assume everybody's a babysitter.
They also make reference to the original title, The Babysitter Murders, because that's what Hawkins calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawkins.
And the sheriff says, well, what are we going to do? Cancel Halloween? Just like they did in Halloween 6. Or, sorry, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Thank you. Oh, man, I can't think of anything else. Oh, this is what I want to talk about.
Yes.
So, speaking of kills, the guy, the deputies, first of all, old dude, all he has is a brownie and some Nutella in it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's gross.
But that guy is played by Christopher Nelson, who is a special effects guy.
Oh, nice.
And he...
and then his kill is pretty special effectsy.
Yeah, and he's the one who, like, carved the made the new mask.
Oh, nice.
And he also played Tommy, is it Tommy Plimpton in Kill Bill Volume 2?
Yeah, I remember him.
Who was marrying the bride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, anyway, he's a special effects guy who made the mask. And then he had the most special effects mask or death in which his head gets cut off.
And turned into a pumpkin, basically.
Yeah, turned into a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, that's such a cool kill. Another one we don't see on screen.
It was off screen.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I was thinking about this today. How long did it take Michael to gut out his head?
I know.
Like, what do you have to
then shove the flashlight.
He had to cut his head off. He had to...
pull his skull out, I guess? Like,
did he pull his spine out? I'm trying to think. Logically trying to...
He must have, I slit his neck all the way around and then pulled the scalp off?
No. It was too perfect.
Yeah. Maybe he cut it like a mask. Like he cut him from behind the head, like down in a straight line and then around the neck.
I don't know. We obviously had to hollow out his head somehow to get that jack-o'-lantern effect. Oh, it's such a cool... I'm glad they brought back that Halloween trope in which you walk outside and somebody's already dead.
Yeah, I love it too.
Which that's kind of a reference to Black Christmas, that death. Because in Black Christmas, they have the deputy parked outside and they go out there and they find out his throat slit.
Oh, his throat slit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple cops that die like that, I think, in the Halloween movies too. I think in Halloween 4, a cop is killed in the cop car. I don't remember.
Yeah, but they don't...
They don't show they don't do a reveal or anything.
They do show it, though.
Oh, they show it happen?
Halloween 5 is when it happens.
Oh, okay.
And then they do show it. But in this case, they don't show it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about my boy Fat Sniper. No, I'm just kidding. Fat Sniper.
He's not in this, is he?
Fat Sniper did not make a cameo, but I wish he did. Who are you, Fat Sniper?
Who are you, Fat Sniper? Where are you?
If you go back and listen, that was Halloween 4 or 5. No,
5 with the Fat Sniper.
Was Fat Sniper in 5?
It's in the weird Myers house that's like 3 stories.
Yeah, the fucking Fat Sniper. That guy kills me. Grandmother. Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah. We brought it up earlier, but let's talk about it some more.
Grandmother.
I don't know. The only thing I can think of, and even that it doesn't hold much water, is that they wanted to denote like how distant their relationship was.
Yeah.
That she like wasn't familiar with her, and she doesn't call her grandma.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Grandmother. Did you talk to grandmother? it just
even when in the middle of peril, when she's like looking for them in the house, she's like, grandmother.
I'm not making fun of her acting.
Actress. No, you're making fun of the writing.
Yeah. It just adds like a whole another level of fanciness to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, grandmother, where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm over here knitting
knitting something.
I'm knitting some bullets for you. I'm knitting a bandolier. We'll put them bullets up in the bandolier. I'm trying to think of some stuff that the listener's yelling at us about right now.
Yeah, like something we didn't cover that they want
to... Michael Myers, we'll get to the end of the end, but...
we'll get to the end of the end.
But
Don't worry.
Something we joked about as soon as we saw it was how much Michael Myers was upgrading during this movie. It was It was like a Michael Myers RPG.
Yeah. Every time he killed, he got like a better weapon.
Yeah. Like when he killed...
when he kills Mrs. Elrod, he goes from the hammer to the kitchen knife. Yeah.
He went from nothing.
Yeah.
To the hammer.
Yeah.
He found this object.
That's like the tutorial in the game when you like find your weapon and then you kill one person and then they're like, oh, you got a new knife.
So when he puts this mask on, he has a HUD and it's highlighting certain
That's
objects.
his like armor.
He gave him +3 sneak.
Yeah. That tickled me.
Like, because he went for the hospital gowns, and then...
Well, he starts in the hospital gown, so that's like when you're in your underwear at the beginning of the game, and then they're like, put your clothes on. This is really Halloween, the RPG.
Yeah, that's what this movie is. It's an RPG. That's all it is. And then he upgraded to the mechanic's outfit, which, by the way, do you think he was seeking that out? He was like, this is what I was wearing 40 years ago.
Yeah, I honestly, yeah. Well, I mean, I think when you're thinking about, like, Michael, he's, like, not well in the head, so he's gonna, like, redo what he's familiar with, I guess. So, yeah.
He's a creature of habit.
Yeah, creature of habit. I also love, thinking of that, I love that we get, like, the playful Michael back where he's, like, putting bodies on display, like, making a jack-o'-lantern, like, thinking of creative ways to, like, display his kills.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to point out that jack-o'-lantern, the hard-eyes jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
Sarah Jean made that jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, in real life, I remember that.
She made it at her
last Halloween.
No, she made it this most recent Halloween. A couple weeks ago, whenever I carved my Halloween pumpkin, she carved because that was the shirt she was wearing had hard eyes, and then I saw that I was like, oh, they stole Sarah Jean's pumpkin.
I love Dave is like, it's fresh from the patch.
Jesus Christ, Dave. What was he dressed as? Like a farm boy?
I don't remember. Yeah, a farm boy. He has like overalls on. Yeah. Which
that scare with the horse, that was a good jump scare.
Yeah, that's the one that generally made me jump in the movie. The other ones I was okay with.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how many jump scares there were.
Quite a few, I think.
Probably not as many. I don't know.
Not as many, yeah.
Jump scares are very cheap, I think.
Yeah.
So, in this movie, I don't think felt cheap. Like, the dread was throughout, and that was very cool.
One of the scares that I wasn't that into, it wasn't even really a scare for the audience, was the part where, and I guess this was more a thematic storytelling thing, but the part where Allison's running through the woods and then she falls into the gun range, I was kind of like, it was like a weird zoom in on the dummies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that felt out of place.
Yeah, like I could have just had some more of like Laurie and Michael's confrontation.
You could have just cut this. I think you could have.
Yeah, cut that part out.
But I think that was established that she was on the property.
Yeah, that she was on the property, and also like her realizing like how deep her, I guess Laurie's quote unquote psychosis is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the wig on one of the mannequins? Did you see?
No, she shot it off earlier.
Okay,
remember?
I guess she didn't put it back.
She didn't put it back on. Also, one other cut that was awkward to me is the scene where Dr. Sartain meets Laurie, and he says, like, did you know, blah, 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 and she's like, did you know that I've been waiting for him to escape? But she's not talking to Dr. Sartain, she's talking to the cop, and the way that it's cut, you never, like, see her turn her head.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I ever thought like a cut was awkward. The rest of the movie I thought was shot really well.
Yeah. Oh, this David Gordon Green is a chameleon.
Yeah.
When it comes to making
what other movies
stuff.
has he done?
He did the big breakout was George Washington, which is on the Criterion Collection.
Oh, I've never seen
that. It's on Filmstruck right now if you want to watch it.
Check it out.
He did Your Highness.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
He did
a long time ago. I don't remember liking it that much.
Oh, I remember I liked it. Not a lot of people liked that movie.
Yeah.
I went in there knowing what kind of movie it was going to be.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't love it. I just I appreciated it.
You had fun.
It was a fun, stupid movie, and I needed to watch a fun, stupid movie at that point in my life. Prince Avalanche with that's got Paul Rudd and Emil Hirsch. He's directed he directed on Eastbound and Down. He directed on what was it? Vice Principals, of course. He was going to do the remake of Suspiria.
Oh, yes, I did read somewhere that he was thinking about doing that.
But I'm glad he did this instead.
Yeah.
Because... he also directed Joe with Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
What else did he do? He's been in a lot of stuff. Eastbound and Down, of course.
I think we should definitely talk about...
Oh, he directed Pineapple Express. Duh.
Oh, there you go.
I seen to rip a man's jawbone off. I seen it. That's a good line.
It's a good line.
All right, now that we're towards the end, is there anything you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the music.
Okay, can we talk about that
later?
Mixed in with the end? Yeah, let's go to the end. Let's wait. All right, let's talk about the end,
and then talk about the music.
And then talk about the music at the very end.
At the very end. Okay.
Great, yeah, great ending.
Great ending, yeah. What part of the end did you specifically want to talk about?
I don't know, just the reveal that they fucking
that it's bars. A trap and not a yeah. That's very cool that they play up I know you thought this was a cage, and then this daughter's like, it's a cage, and then they all get out of it, and she hits Michael with a frying pan, and then pushes him down into the
get some frying pan foo,
frying pan foo, and then he's holding on to Karen, and Allison stabs his hand and he falls in, and she uses this lever and it brings blade bars up or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's like, it's not a cage, it's a trap. And then they set the house on fire.
Yeah.
And I love that visual of Michael being trapped down under the floor and just the three women standing over him, staring down at him. It's so powerful.
That was very cool. I'm glad all three of them live.
Yeah, me too.
That was very cool.
Yeah, because I for sure thought that at least Karen was going to die. I was scared at first that Lori was going to die, especially when Michael's choking her through the door. Mm-hmm. But that would have been too cheap and too early for her to die.
And that would have pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, for sure. Including myself.
Yes. What was, I forget what it was. Oh, yeah, the part where Karen is, screaming, and then, he finally shows up.
She's like, I can't do it. She shows up, and she's like, gotcha, and then shoots him.
Gotcha,
Which,
bitch.
on the second watch, I noticed when they do when she's talking to Allison about how she was raised, and there's a flashback when she's practicing shooting, she says gotcha before she shoots.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
What else about the end did I want to say? I also thought Karen was going to die early on when she shows up in the house and the doors open, because it reminded me a lot of one of the Halloweens where the mom gets killed during the day in the house. But I like that. That's a jump scare when Lori comes out and it's like, you're dead.
Yeah. That was funny.
You have no security, Karen. Yeah.
Grandmother.
And then we have the ending where the women run out and then they catch a truck. They get into the back of a truck it's kind of end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I was hoping hell that they would where you, the driver, they would cut to the driver and it was Danny McBride.
That would have been fun. I wonder if it was him and they just cut it out.
Yeah, well,
because we don't see his face.
Yeah, I was watching something today where they're interviewing him and they're asked him, you doing a cameo or anything? He goes, nah, dude. He's like, I'm a fan of this franchise. If I saw myself up there, I'd be pissed off.
I think it would pull me out of it a little bit.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. And then there's that image that they zoom in on the knife that Allison's still holding.
Yeah. But yeah, the one of the parts, reverse of them looking down is him just looking up and not moving.
Yeah, him not moving, just standing there.
Yeah.
And then they see a later shot of the basement on fire and he's not inside there anymore.
Yes.
Or at least we can't see him.
Yeah. And then they had the breathing at the end of the credits.
At the end of the credits, which I guess they do at the end of the first movie too, but I forgot in the old movie.
Well, as they're showing the house at the end of the first movie,
you can hear his breathing. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that's such a good ending. I really liked it.
Yeah, like I posted on Twitter, and like I told you, I think this is a perfect ending for the series. I really don't want them to make another one. I'm sure they probably will, but yeah.
Well, this movie, like it's like the second, like biggest
reboot, or
like R-rated opening or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Because it was number 1.
Yeah, and it's the biggest opening starring a woman 55 or older.
Yes. Let me go to that Instagram post that Jamie Lee Curtis did.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's a great photo of them too, the 3 women. I also loved the casting was really good on this. They all look like very related and like they would be in the same family.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know the younger actress. Her name's like Andy something, but I think she did a TV series or something before this.
Matichak? Mm-hmm. I know I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, biggest horror opening movie with a female lead. Biggest horror movie opening with a female lead over 55. Second biggest horror movie opening ever, and that's after it.
Wow, that's
second
crazy.
Biggest October movie opening ever. That's after Venom, which just came out. Biggest Halloween opening ever.
Oh wow.
Which makes sense because, I mean, it's a good movie. I like it when good movies get big openings.
Me too.
And I hate it when good movies don't and bad movies do. I'm looking at you, Angry Birds / The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys is so good. Let's talk about the music.
Yeah. I loved just like the motifs to the original music. I love the original theme in the credits like sped up because like the credits are going so fast. Mm-hmm. One of the new pieces of music that I really loved is the music that plays when Andy's running through the woods. I feel like that's almost Allison's theme. It's really creepy but like sweet and suspenseful.
I haven't actually sat and listened to it.
Yeah.
Because
I just caught it because seeing it so many times.
Have you actually listened to any of this? It sounds a lot like John Carpenter's Lost Themes, those 2 albums he has.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've listened to those.
No, I haven't, but
that's what it.
But it sounds like that in the movie.
That's what it friggin' feels like. Was that me?
I think that's you, yeah.
That is me on my phone.
Yeah.
It started playing. I didn't even press play, and it started playing. That's weird.
Michael is coming. He's coming.
Yeah, we got intro, Halloween theme, Laurie's theme, prison montage, Michael kills again, the shape returns, the boogeyman, the shape kills, Laurie sees the shape, wrought iron fence, the shape hunts Allison discovered.
I bet.
Say something, Ray's goodbye. Aw. The shape is monumental, the shape and Laurie fight the grind. Trap the shape burns. Halloween triumphant.
I'll have to go back and see which one I'm talking about because I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird. Sometimes I'll like click on something on Spotify and it'll just start playing.
Yeah, it works that way sometimes.
It's very creepy.
But yeah, I thought the music was really good. Is Cody Carpenter, is he John Carpenter's son?
Yes, he is the son of John Carpenter and Adrienne Barbeau.
Oh, nice.
I think his name is John.
Where is she at? She's working sometimes. I see her on like some TV things sometimes.
They're like, I see her doing a play down at such and such.
I saw her at the Goodman Theater.
I saw her last week. Like you run into her in Chicago.
I see her around town. Adrienne, what are you up to? Any new projects?
No, just living off my creep show royalties. She is horrible.
I want to go see her. I want to go see her in the Fog though, in 4K.
4K?
Yeah, at the Music Box.
All about that 4K?
All about that 4K.
All about that 4K? Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm turning to Jeff Ross from Conan O'Brien. I don't know. What else? Oh yeah, forgot to mention in the ending, the Laurie in the shadows. That was very cool.
Yeah.
And going,
what part?
Which is like trick or treat, Michael.
Trick or treat, Michael.
Happy Halloween, Michael.
She says Happy Halloween, Michael. Not trick or treat, motherfucker.
She doesn't say trick or treat, motherfucker.
But she might as well say that. I just wish the lighting was a little bit better on that. Like it looks like it's digitally been added in to me.
Yeah, it does look a little fake.
Yeah.
But
I do like that moment.
It's still a very cool moment.
It's a very cool moment. Yeah. just accumulating into that. And like I almost wanted the confrontation at the end to be a little bit longer, but I feel like they just needed to end the movie.
Yeah. Well, oh god, yeah, it was very quick. Them getting my dude down there.
Yeah. I think Rich said that too. He wanted more like hand-to-hand fighting, or maybe it was Miles, between Laurie and Michael.
Well, yeah, they were talking. One of them, I think it was Rich, was talking about there's a montage of Karen learning how to fight.
Oh yeah, he wanted to see Karen fighting,
actually, like getting in a fist fight.
Yeah,
which that would have been dope.
Yeah, that would have been really dope.
I would have loved to have seen Karen do a Stone Cold Stunner on Michael Myers. What do we want to rate this movie?
I feel like so biased because like I want to... You mean on what scale, or just what are we going to rate it?
Do you want to do a stupid, dumb scale that we thought up for this movie?
What would we do for this one? I don't even know.
Oh, man.
I guess it would be like something to do with guns or like traps or something. Or we could do mannequins.
Which okay. Yeah, which mannequin?
Which mannequin do we rate? I rate
mannequin?
mine the mannequin with the wig that gets shot up.
And I'm going to give this movie a Toby Huss. I don't know. We're just going to rate it our favorite characters.
Are we going to do MVP, LVP?
MVP, Toby Huss.
I say MVP, Jamie Lee Curtis, hands down.
Yeah, she was good.
LVP, the boyfriend, just his character. I thought all the actors were good in this movie, but I didn't like the boyfriend.
That reminds me.
And I wish that we saw him die. I wish he got killed.
That reminds me. What did they throw her phone into?
I feel like it's pudding.
I thought it was gravy.
Like vanilla. It looks too thick to me to be gravy.
All right. Have you ever seen gravy?
Why would they have a bowl of gravy? I don't know why they would have a bowl of pudding at the dance, but why would they have a bowl of gravy at the dance?
They might have had biscuits next to it. You just don't know.
I didn't see biscuits, and I saw the movie 3 times.
But I saw some. It might have been sausage chunks in that gravy. All I'm saying is, it might have been gravy. Could have been banana pudding.
I also don't understand why she didn't reach into the bowl and grab her phone. Like, her phone was still working. She just had to, like, wipe it off.
Grandmother.
God,
it was even in her phone as grandmother. Oh, man. Yeah, MVP, definitely Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah. LVP, I'm going to have to go with the podcasters.
Especially the guy podcaster. He's a jackass.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, listener, if we didn't touch upon something that you wanted us to touch upon. But this is the stuff. This is the burning stuff that we wanted to talk about. It's going to be one of the shortest episodes ever, by the way.
Wow.
We're usually running like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, where are we at?
57 minutes.
Oh, well, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we rate it on pumpkins?
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to give it... Oh, I'm gonna let you do it. Let you go first.
I want to give it more pumpkins than it actually deserves, just because like it's so Halloween. Like it's such a love letter to the first movie. Just
to all of them.
To all of them, yeah, really. And like just like seeing that orange font as soon as the movie starts, and like just getting those pumpkin credits just really like amps me up and just got me in the Halloween mood. So I want to give it like 95 pumpkins, and I feel like that's a little bit generous, but that's my rating.
Well, I'm going to give it 96 pumpkins.
There you go.
Yeah. I was going to give it 98.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go 96.
Yeah.
Yes. 97. Between 96 and 98 pumpkins.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 97. It was good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, I can't think of anything that annoyed me.
Yeah. Just that one awkward cut for me. Wasn't that into Allison being amongst the dummies and everything.
Yeah.
Other than that, I had such a fun time. Loved the characters, loved getting to know them, loved a lot of the stuff that we see, a lot of the progress that we've made since 1978 all the way till 2018.
Yeah.
And I am just genuinely pleased that like Jamie Lee Curtis finally got to tell the story that she wanted to tell with this character of hers that was like her first big acting job.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Just for nostalgia's sake, I'm in love with this movie.
And I'm gonna take back my LVP about the podcasters. LVP is Michael.
Yeah.
Because he killed that kid. With that kid, we could have had some O.J. Simpson stuff. So I'm saying
we could have had a Smokey and the Bandit type buddy road trip.
Yeah, he could have been the snowman. Oh, rest in peace, both Jerry Reed and Burt Reynolds. MVPs in my heart. What's the quote we want to end this on?
Oh, I do. I love that the kid's like talking about like he's like, yeah, I love hanging out with you and hunting, Dad, but like dancing, that's what gets me. That's what gets my heart. And I was like, oh my God, what an angel.
Is that kid you?
Yes, it is me. I did take dance class for the first 10 years of my life. I had stayed in.
From the age of...
Actually, from the age of 2 until 11. Okay. So not the first 10 years.
So for 9 years of your life.
No, it was 10 years, but it was from 2 till 11. Or 1 till... 2 till 12, sorry. I'm bad at math. If you want to end it on a quote?
Yes, I think it should be Julian.
Yeah. Regular babysitter, she'd be reading me a story. I wouldn't be down here clipping my nasty ass toenails.
That's it.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.